engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there. Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there. Introducing Tracy Live Stream Chat, the ultimate destination for engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.
All right.
Introducing Tracy Live Stream Chat, the ultimate destination for engaging in discussions on wealth, health, and family life. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for captivating conversations that you simply can't afford to miss. Delve into the secrets of success, learn valuable health tips, and gain insights into building strong and fulfilling financial connections. Here's the thing though, don't just watch. Actively participate and interact with experts and fellow viewers in real time. Mark your calendars, set a reminder, and get ready for an enriching live streaming experience that will leave you inspired and empowered. Don't miss out. Tune in to the Introducing Tracy live stream chat on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.
Baby, come back later. I'll call you. Thank you. I'll call you, I promise you.
Introducing Tracy Live.
No, I just said I'll call you. Hello. Happy Tuesday. All right, I'm going to take this screen down for a second. That's what I get for trying to test out everything. How are y'all doing this lovely Tuesday? Okay. So I'm trying to make sure I look, presentable on all the platforms. Instagram got a mind of its own with the camera. So I'm trying to make this work where everybody can see my information. But thank y'all for being here. So the topic for today, Mariah, please go in the living room. The topic for today is we're going to talk about credit cards. Like, I bet you did not know a few things that I know that I want to share with you. So I hope y'all got like a pen and I hope y'all got a notebook because I'm about to drop some real gems. Some things that I've learned throughout my financial life dealing with mortgages and so on and so on. Can y'all hear me fine? I just want to make sure y'all hear me okay. Am I loud and clear? Mariah, please go in the living room. She like, they cannot see you, they cannot hear you. Y'all, my mini-me, she just be trying, okay? She be trying. All right, so let me just jump in there because we got some viewers. We got 10 people watching all together. I think somebody from Twitch is on here as well. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. I am streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. So I am so excited to be able to be on all these different platforms to share my knowledge. So the first thing that I just want to put out there is, do anybody know like When it comes down to credit cards, what type of credit cards you do not want to get? Do anybody know what kind of credit cards you do not want to get unless you just absolutely like need them? And the reason why I'm touching base on this first is because there are a bunch of credit cards out there that, number one, just to be able to build your credit, they have these little small. So first off, not only is the interest rate going to be over 24%, but they also have small, or I guess you would say a large fee, which is called an annual fee. Like these credit cards charge you anywhere from $59, $49, $79, $99 for a year. Hey, Jamaica. Thank you for being here. One with high interest rate. Tay, honestly, I'm going to tell you something about that high interest rate, but I'm glad you put that in there because, hold on one second, y'all. Lariah. All right. I am back. So Lariah just wanted to get my attention. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of candy, if it's a bag of chips, something to drink, a popsicle. She's just like, Mom, look over here. Hey. So, anywho, I told her she can come back and speak to everybody because that's one thing she did want to do. She did want to speak to everybody. But I told her to come back. So, Tay, thank you for jumping in there and saying the high interest rate. I'm going to go ahead and touch base on that. Never be afraid of high interest rates. And I'm going to tell you why. There is a trick that I can teach you where you can utilize this trick. And it doesn't matter if you have a 29%, 42%. If you pay your balance that you charged up in full 4 days before your statement date, you will not get charged an interest rate per the amount that you have used on your card. Okay? So that is a trick that I like to tell and teach everybody that come in contact with me. Because a lot of them be like, I gotta find me a credit card that has low interest rate. But until you get there, until you get to those credit levels where your credit score is, up in the 700s, all you have to do is pay off the balance 4 days before your statement date. I'm going to say 3 to 4 days because because it reports on the statement date, not the date that is due, but the statement date. And sometimes, like if you look on the left-hand side of your credit card statement, it is going to say one date, which is like the beginning of your statement date, which, a lot of mine is the first. So it's going to show like January, February, March, April, and so on every month on the statement. So 4 days before that, which if it was the current month, then that's fine. You just have to pay it 3 to 4 days in full, and you won't have no interest rate charges. So it don't matter if you have a 39, 49, it could be a 69 interest rate. You pay it in full, interest rate is not an issue. But what I want to elaborate on is, do y'all know what kind of credit cards you do not want? I'm going to go ahead and drop it out there because I haven't seen anybody put this information on there yet. As far as the ones that have the annual, as far as having an annual amount, that's basically saying the cost of you having this credit card is $79 a year. Hey, Kiki. It's like the cost of having this card is $59, $79, $99 a year for you being able to use this credit card. Those are absolutely the first ones you want to get rid of once your credit score gets to a certain a certain number. But other than that, I don't like daily interest cards. Oh, look, I don't even fool with those. But there are some cards out there that do have daily interest on there as well. And if you have one of those cards, which I think those are kind of like your Merrick cards or, some of them smaller banks. But it's also another type of credit card that you do not want, absolutely positively, especially when you're trying to build your credit. And I want to put this little, I'm going to put this up here because I just want to show y'all something. So let me make sure that my Instagrammers can see this. It's kind of large on their side, huge on Facebook. Let me see if I can make it a little smaller. See if I can go over a little bit. So right now I just want to put the main focus on the credit score. All right. So like if you in between the 601 and the 660, which is like a non-primary, you're kind of like in between a lot of the credit cards that'll be like, well, we'll give you anywhere from 500 to 1,000. You know, like right here it said the average is like 2,654. Oh, I'm sorry, it's like 4,667. Because you're like right there. But if you see your credit score, just say for example your credit score is 660. And let's just say you have one of these subprime accounts, which a subprime account will probably be like a credit card with I want to say, let's just say Merrick. Okay, let's just use them because I do know them and I do know a few more of them like those that they only gonna give you a certain amount. And even like the credit card Avant, like they max is $3,000, right? So for example, I have a card with them only because with me dealing with a lot of clients that want to build their credit or is in the process of building, I had to get familiar with the credit card to be able to refer the credit card. So I got the credit card, and when I first opened up the card, I had a credit line of like $2,000, and they just increased me to $3,000 because I utilized some tools that I'm going to also share with you how I got my credit cards increased in less than 4 months. So basically, the first thing that you want to do is you want to set up auto pay. When you set up auto pay, that's letting them know that it's like an alert go off in their system. Oh, this person is not trying to go off of memory to pay their bills. And then they know that they're going to automatically get their money. Hey TK, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Hey Kendra. It sets off an alert saying, okay, we're going to see how long they're going to have us on auto pay, right? So basically, they know you set up auto pay. It comes out of your account, which is your checking account. You've done it not 1 month, not just 2 months. Now you've done it 3 months in a row. So they done got in the habit of, okay, well, when she set up her auto pay, either you're going to pay the minimum balance, which is either the $25, or you're going to pay the balance in full. So a few of my cards, I have it set up where it pays the whole amount. Now, one card that I do have, because the amount is a little bit on the higher side, I have it paying it off, the bare minimum and maybe $20. So I got like a fixed amount that it pay. Did they get it? Oh, talking to TK. So it has a fixed amount that I pay on that credit card every month from my credit union. But as far as those credit cards, the reason why I wanted to, bring this to y'all's attention, because just say, for example, you have that 660 credit score, but you got 4 accounts. You got 4 accounts reporting to your credit bureau with a credit line less than $3,000 on each card. When you get ready to go apply for a Bank of America, a Capital One Venture, or a Capital One Quick Silver card, the ones that you really want, like these the cards that you want. You want the Discover card. You want the cashback cards. But when you try to apply for those cards, then they look at all of these other credit cards that you have with small amounts. They don't want to do business with you. Did y'all know that? Like, did anybody know that a lot of those big lenders don't want to do, no, they don't even want, like, they'll turn you down. You like, wait a minute, I got a 660. I went on there, your credit score says that, somebody that with a 650 can get a credit card. But it doesn't, it shows that you only know how to manage a small amount. And because a lot of these credit cards, so I'm going to say it again, a lot of Bank of America credit cards, their max amount that they go up to is $99,000. A Capital One Adventure card goes all the way up to $50,000. A Quicksilver card, yes, it goes up to $5,000. Now keep that $5,000 because $5,000, that's what you want. If your credit max is $5,000 or greater, hold on to those. But anything less than $5,000, keep them until you're able to apply for one of these other cards and start the history and the relationship with them. Because I'm gonna tell you what to do. Say, for example, you have a credit card that is $4,000 line of credit. Say you have a $375 balance on that card. You decide that you want to apply tonight for Capital One Venture card, okay? First off, Capital One has it where you can put in your information without them pulling your credit score right up front to see if you are pre-approved. So say you do that and they say, okay, yeah, based on the information that you put in, you can get a Capital One Venture card. Now listen up, this is what I need you to do. I need you to transfer the balance from the credit card with the $3,000 outstanding balance of $375. I need you to transfer that to your new card. So when they communicate, it's going to show that you paid this credit card off and you close that account versus just paying it off and then closing it. It showed that it was transferred. Now, even though it's not going to transfer the history, it's going to transfer the amount. But at least you go in already with a established, I guess you would say, balance while you wait for the credit card to come come in the mail to be in your hand. Then at this point, go ahead and they should give you the option to go ahead and set up auto pay. You can set up the auto pay. Once you set up the auto pay, then that's going to keep the ball rolling for you. I hope that makes sense to everybody that's on here as far as what I'm saying. And Kiki, congratulations on getting your Quicksilver card because, honey, I've had a couple of clients, first time around, second time around, it wasn't, but then they eventually got it. So that's just a starter point. Next thing you know, you keep this card, you use it, keep your utilization under 30% for 6 months. And I'm not really sure what your balance is, but, like I said, it'll go up to $5,000, which is the max. But if you keep it for 6 months, then you could eventually apply either for the Capital One Venture, or you can go straight to one of the Chase cards, like a preferred card, because Chase preferred cards, they go up to $500,000. And then, like I said, a lot of the Bank of America credit cards go up to $99,000. So those are the ones that you want to, grandfather in. You have over $5,000 on your Quicksilver? That's awesome, because on their website, they basically, and I looked this up today, they basically was like, their max on it was $5,000, but I put them down because they're still one of the cards that, I'm not going to call it a BS, it's not a BS card, because they have those cashbacks and other perks. Those are the cards that you want to hold on to. You want to hold on to those cards with perks. You want to let go of the ones that have any annual fee. You want to let go any of the ones that's not giving you any cash back. So like some of them give you 1%, 2%. Like you want to go up, up, to like 5 cash back or points. Kiki, you so silly. Yours almost at 7K and you got 6. Okay, well, maybe I misread, but like I said, I Googled this information today because I wasn't really sure what the max was. I knew what the max was on a Capital One Venture, but I don't have a Capital One Quicksilver, so I don't really have no experience with that one. Now, Discover Card, because I do have one, that's why I was able to, find out when they go up to 62K. But I didn't. So excuse me for my notation on it, you guys. But if, like I said, it's not a BS card either way because it's one of those cards that have cashbacks and they have other benefits, and that's the name of the game. You want your credit cards to have benefits to you, and the benefits either cashback or points, because all of it wind up giving you money back, if that makes sense. So even if yours are points that you can turn into cash, or points that you can use for hotels, rentals, just whatever. But you want those benefits. You don't want a card that's not working for you. These are your employers. You know what I'm saying? Like, these credit cards are literally working for you and not against you. So you want to make sure that you're building those relationships and that your line of credit are increasing. And a lot of the times, a lot of the credit card companies will either email you or send you a text message and say, hey, we increasing your line of credit. But you also can reach out to them to increase your line of credit as well. And the reason why I'm saying you can reach out to them, so the rule of the game of it is, number one, I highly recommend auto pay. I highly recommend less than 30%. If you can do 25%, that's even greater. Because you do that for a couple of months, you can go back to them, and they always had a screen that pop up that says what changed. Your income could have changed, your credit score could have changed, and all you have to do is just let them do that soft pull. And once they do that soft pull, your credit can pretty much go up. Hey Jamisha, thank you for being here. That Navy Federal credit card I got is dangerous. I don't even carry it. Look, I ain't gonna even lie. I carry mine. I carry mine because it's what they call it, Old Faithful. And what I love about it, I have it, like I said, it's hooked up to my Navy credit union account, so therefore it automatically come out. Now, depending on how much I like for Christmas, went to Target, lost my mind, wound up charging like $300 just in one trip to Target. Like, Target is dangerous. But I told him go ahead and pay it in full. I had a regular Capital One. I forgot what it was called. Then I kept getting offers to apply for the QS card. So I called and asked them to just upgrade my card from the regular card without cashback to the Quicksilver. I only had like 800. But since the upgrade, now it's like knocking on 7K. That's what's up. And see, I know Jamaica, I know you shared your story with me as far as like some years ago you started working on your own stuff. So that's what it's about. It's about just finding the principles to these credit cards and then applying it. Just applying it. I'm about to ask for an increase on mine. I love using my Navy American Express during travel. Those points go crazy. Look, that's what I was just saying. I keep my old Navy one on me at all times. Like, I try not to use it because I already know the damage that I can do. But I have had, like, one time, matter of fact, it was in Target. I was in Target trying to use my Capital One. And I guess because it was the holiday, and I guess because I hadn't used that much at one time since I left Mississippi, they automatically blocked it And it's like 7 people behind me, and I was like, man, look, I got the money. The money wasn't the issue. But then, slid that old Navy in there, and it's like, ching ching, went on through. I wanted it on my Capital One, but I went ahead and did it on my Navy Federal. Uh, I'm trying to be more financially responsible. Kiki, you are. And you're doing a great job because you even shared with me where your credit score had went up 32 points by applying some of the principles that I shared. So you definitely in tune with it. You just got to keep it up until you give me a dollar. I didn't want another inquiry on my report, so I called and upgrade. So that's tight that they didn't do another uh inquiry on your credit report going from one card to another. I wonder what the other card that you had. I know Capital One got they got a few credit cards. But that's cool if they upgraded it and it did not do an inquiry on your credit report. So that's what's up. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're moving up in cards with a bank like this, those inquiries does not affect your credit score. Yes, it may show up, but it's not going to pull your credit score down. It's shopping. It's like shopping for a car. You can go to one dealership and go to another dealership, and then just say you go to your credit union and tell them that you just want to know what your interest rate would be. As long as you do it within a certain time frame, which I'm going to say within the same week, it looks like you're shopping for rates. Credit cards work the same way. You're shopping for rates because everybody pretty much driven on, oh, I want a low interest rate. I want a low interest rate. But when you apply these other principles, it don't matter what your interest rate is. And to be honest with you, I've even told people like straight up, if you don't make the money that you had, like if you don't make the money that you spending, you really don't even need to get a credit card with a high balance, because if the moment that you spend more money than you have, that's when you're gonna start needing a bailout. That's when you're gonna start feeling the pinch of your credit score going down. That's when you're gonna get in these habits of being broke, have to have counseling. Then next thing you know, you're gonna want to go to a credit repair, and somebody gonna feed you this sob story like, "Oh yeah, I can get that removed. I can get that removed for you. I can do this and that." Ain't no credit repair out there that can get something removed without doing the same thing that all of us have to do, which is we have to apply 5 principles. The first principle is we got to make sure that the information is complete, verified, accurate, and make sure they're not going against any of the FCA rules. And if all of those things are intact, then the only thing that we can do is negotiate what they would do to, either remove it from your credit report or get you out of the situation where you can either pay them off and get another account with them in good standards, or whatever the situation would be. Because I've had people that have had a line of credit with just say like a credit union where it was a credit card or a loan, and they got behind due to either work or some type of financial burden, and they caught it back up, and then they were able to do business with them again. And they had, it wasn't as great of amount, but it was a start. And that's the thing about credit, everybody got to start somewhere. It was a platinum Capital One. Okay. I'm not that familiar with the platinum status, so just the fact that they allow you to do an upgrade without hitting your inquiry, that is a plus. I love Capital One. I tell people all the time I love doing business with them, but it just has to be one of the cards like the Quicksilver or the Capital One Venture. When you start getting their, I guess you say like their amateur card, depending on the beginning stages, they're not that flexible, and then the credit line don't increase as fast as it would with like the credit union or these credit cards that we're talking about now, which would be like your Capital One Silver, Quicksilver, or the Capital One Venture card, or any of the Chase Bank cards. Have you done have you done business with Citibank? Yes, I have. Actually, I had my home that I owned in Memphis. I did a an equity line of credit with them that was in a form of a loan and a credit card. So yes, I've done business with them. And to be honest with you, I've seen some articles about Citibank that it's still one of those situations where it's durable. They don't have any they don't have a lot of, red tape on stuff. So if you're thinking about doing like a credit card or a line of credit with them, because I know like they're really good on liens on a house. They're really good on let's see, one is like it's called an equity line of credit, and the other one is at the tip of my tongue, Kiki. I have to look it up and see and probably inbox you about it. But it's another one that they do that they still get a lot of competitive rates and a lot of potential people, get approved with them. They send me a pre-approval. I was considering getting a card with them. Have you looked into the card? Have you looked into the card as far as like making payments? And what I'm trying to lead up to is so basically like Capital One. Long as you pay your credit card, before a certain time, like 5 Eastern or something like that, you'll have a line of credit the next day. I mean, it'll be added back to your line of credit the next business day. So, like, you pay today, you'll be there tomorrow. Just make sure you look into all of their red tape for their credit cards because, like I said, I haven't done business with Citi in a long time. But I do know that they are back on the market trying to build a business. Um, and they're beating a lot of their competitors with things. So if you do business with them, just see what the red tape is on that type of benefit. We had one card with Citi. I like them. They got a great cashback reward and a 0 interest rate for a real decent amount of months. So you can use it for a large purchase if need be. Okay, see, that's good. That's good to know. I know they, like I said, I know they had some articles going on because I saw that they're beating a lot of their competitors on credit cards and line of credits and stuff like that. I just hadn't had an experience with them since I left Memphis because Memphis has a actual branch there in Memphis, and that's why I dealt with them with business. So no, I don't actively have a Citi card, but that'll be great to know. I went to their website and I took a look. Okay, yeah, if all the checks and balances work out for you, I definitely say go for it because, well, hold on, Kiki, hold on. Kiki, me and we're gonna have to talk after the live because I also know that you're in the process of a home, like looking again. So if you do it, I definitely say don't use it. Like get it and don't use it. A mortgage company is not gonna be, they're not gonna say anything about a credit card that's not being in use. But if you use it, and depending on your balance, which I'm pretty sure you're not even worried about that because of the conversation that me and you had in the past. I just want to make sure that you're comfortable and understanding um, the whole story or how they'll be looking at everything. So if you want to, you can hit me up after this call or, I mean, after this live, or we definitely can talk, you know, in a chat, whatever's easiest for you. But yeah, so those are the things that I wanted to share as far as like having the credit cards. Now, I've always tell people this too. If you know that you are up against where you're about to purchase a home or in the near future wanting to buy a home, having 22, 15 credit cards is probably not the best thing to do. However, you already own a home and you already got, a lot of those financials taken care of, then carrying those amount of credit cards is fine, because this is the thing. You can have 15 credit cards and only use one, but the other ones are just there. They don't have a balance. Only for the person that's responsible. An irresponsible person will actually use all 15, carry a high balance on all 15, and then once they get into a financial situation, now they're looking for a bailout. I don't recommend it. How much would it cost me to finance a treehouse? Really, Markel? And then I sit up here and read it out loud. I should just read it to myself. Okay, so yeah, if you're not planning on using it, then go ahead. Go right ahead. But like Jamaica was saying, just, look and see how many months they have for that interest rate. Like I said, I haven't done business with them. There are some credit cards out there that you're going to get the credit card, have a relationship with them, and then anytime you use a lump sum of, I think it's like 1,000 in one purchase, they give you so many months. They give you so many months to pay it off without no interest. So maybe that card has that same quote and unquote benefit. If it do, then it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with having something like that in your back pocket, especially for after you buy your home. Then you don't have to worry about doing a lot of credit or applying for more credit, because you can use what you have already. I know, TK, I was thinking the same thing. You're talking about a tree house. Really? I seen this nice one. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share on that. And then, like I said, the other three things that I always try to tell everyone is to set up auto pay. A lot of people don't like auto pay, but I'm telling you, if you set up auto pay to a creditor that is like A1 for them, they know that you are responsible. They feel that you are responsible and that you're not going to overspend what it is that you need. It looks like you're in good standards with them. And then the other thing is keeping your credit utilization under 30%. I highly recommend, if you can do it under 25, then I would do that as well. Hey Janine, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for tagging everyone. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for sharing my live. Thank you, love. But do anybody have any questions or any concerns about the credit cards? Two of the things that I wanted to point out, as far as those small credit cards being on your credit report, which is looking bad to other creditors, especially like when you're trying to build high balances. I only have like 6 cards and I have a balance on 2. One has 0 interest and the other has high interest rate. But I keep the balances low, working on paying them off completely. And JC, that's what's up. I mean, even with the cards that you have a balance on, even if you got like a 7th card, I just helped out somebody like a year ago. It was last year, but it was like around this time. She transferred all her balances from 3 cards to a 1 card that she was able to get over. I want to say it was like 20,000 that she was able to get, and that freed her up really well. And then it gave her some more time to pay it off. So it's just, like I said, it's just knowing the principles and knowing how to apply them. But I know you've been working on this journey, and you got a lot of information and knowledge on how to do it as well, because you were able to get it done yourself, and you're like self-taught, which I tell a lot of people that self-taught is actually better than paying somebody, because you pay somebody to help you get there, then you get there and you mess it up again, you don't even know what to do. You got to wind up paying them again. And that's the difference between me. Like, I love paying customers, helping them, and then helping them understand so it'll be a part of them for the remainder of their journey versus me just helping them get there and then they turn around and like need me again. Which I'm not complaining about needing me again, but I just want them to learn from it too. Like, I try to educate people as well. I want to get another card to transfer the balances to give more time without interest. Do it. Go to some websites and see about some pre-approvals and just do the pre-approvals and then make sure like they have a transfer. Like, I know who was that? Capital One Adventure. I know they let me transfer up to 2 when I transfer it with them. So try to see if you go on their website. They do have the pre-approval and see if you can do that. Cause like right now, by being the beginning of the year, a lot of them, even a lot of the bank, like Chase had one on their website that they were saying no interest, and then they had no annual fee. I'll apply for another card maybe in like 2 months. I'm like 17 points away from my lowest score being in the 700s. Oh, that's what's up. So yeah, like, no, I get it. And honestly, depending on where your utilization is on those cards, if you fluctuate it down a little bit, like just say for example, you at 30. If you go down to 25, you just might boost your credit score just by doing it. Yeah, in a few minutes is not time though. I need a good business credit card. I'm working on building my business credit as well. Kiki, there you go. This the best card. The best card that I have come in contact with for building business credit. Now I'm gonna tell you the next best one, and I hadn't applied for it yet. But I know that Don's number needs to be a little bit higher for this one. But it's called Business Inc. Business Unlimited. Now, Elite, you can do one or two things. You can build your business credit just off your EIN, or you can use your personal guarantee. Okay, Lariah, don't say that out loud. Go in the Lariah, go back in the living room. Or you can use a personal guarantee, which is a social security number, because based on you telling me that you got that Quicksilver, I know that your credit card I know your credit score has to be over a 680. Like, I know that for a fact. What are some good business credit cards to apply for? Leah, the only one that I applied for was this one. And the reason why is this company just increased their line of credit from 400 to 5. Was it 5 million now? Because I talked about it on a previous live, but let me make sure that I'm right, because I do not want to be giving out any false information. Because when I tell you I absolutely love this company, I absolutely love this company. So hold on one second. Let me go here. Just want to now, they did recently change their name, but they still have the same benefits. So I just want to show y'all. Just want to show y'all this. Can you see that? Okay, Ryan. So when these two companies merged over together, Divvy is now called Bill Spending, and the expenses when they merged over together, they increased to 5 million, because it was just 400,000, but they did an increase. So I just wanted to share that. And another thing that I love about this card is a lot of business owners, uh, because I have done taxes in the past, so I literally can say this. Don't slap me on my hand, because whether you've been in business for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, because I had some that have been in business for a long time, and they don't know how to keep bookkeeping correctly. So this company, what I love about them, they house all this information in their software on their website. And when you pull it up on your phone, it's the same information. So as you spending, you have these invoices. You don't even have to make separate invoices. So that's what I love about this company. Like, it gives you everything that you need and then some. After I get all mine in the mid 700s, it's my next goal to master my business credit. JT, you can start working on your business credit. Like, I understand your goal, but you can start working on your business credit without even touching your personal credit. When I applied for this credit card, all I did was I set up my business properly. I didn't just stop after I registered with the state. I applied and registered my company with DUNS so that I can have a reporting. I registered my business with some, I guess you'd say, store, to get store credit. Matter of fact, I'm finna just share these, because I had this on my last live last Thursday, and I did have it up for a while, but I took it down. Hold on. I'm just gonna share this again, because I put all these notes together for my last slide, and just sharing the information. Can y'all see that? Okay, on Instagram it's a little too big. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I shared this information. Oh, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, wait. Sorry, you guys. got too much going on. Why it didn't? Let me pull it back up. Share my screen. All right. So once everybody know the basics as far as sharing with the IRS. Everybody know that. Everybody know to register with the state. Everybody got that part. And then what you want to do next is you want to apply for your DUNS number. You want to apply for your DUNS number. Then once you apply for your DUNS number, that's when the building really start building. I'm working on the same thing. I got one more to bring up, and it looks like looking into a storefront. So getting serious about my decor business as it grow fast. That's what's up, Kiki. I'm so happy for you. And then, I know you also got to prove to sell your stuff on TikTok, so I'm waiting for that too. Oh, the credit card is called Divvy. But if you type in Divvy credit card, it's gonna come up and say Bill, and it's the same company. I am working on the same. Okay, I think I read that already. Yes, I'm so happy for you. You got this. I need to register with DUNS. Exactly, you do. Because that's going to be, registering for DUNS is going to be your game changer. And the reason why I'm telling you that is, once you register with DUNS, as soon as you get your DUNS number, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to apply. You are going to go here to tier 1 and you're going to apply for I don't know if you remember when Amazon had just like instead of the credit card they had like where you can buy stuff and then you pay it later. You can apply with them. You can also get a gas card. And that's when I had shared with everybody about my Road Flex card. Their Road Flex card, they have two options. You have one where you can use, both of them you can use your EIN or use your business or use your personal guarantee, which is your social security number. And then the other option that you have is either you can get like a credit card where they run your information to see if they can give you a line of credit, or you can prepay it. Now, this is the thing. Right now, I prepay mine. But when it reports like a regular credit card. Would it give me better chances to get a higher limit if I let them run my personal credit to get my business credit off the ground? I am trying to get business credit from the jump. Jamaica, I guess when you say high, like how high? And the reason why I'm asking that is because Introducing Tracy got registered in April of last year. So it's a new business for me. Okay. It wasn't but 2 months later when I applied for this Divi card and I immediately got $15,000 off the rip of my business. But it's all about how you apply with the application. And I can go into a deeper conversation with you on that if you need me to. But those are one of the things that I charge as far as helping to apply for the credit card, because I'm going to tell you some information on there that it gets a little tricky. Anybody can fill it out, hands down. But there's some information that you want to put on there, and then there's some information that you do not want to put on there. And I'm gonna tell you from my experience, I had a better chance of getting this credit card with a new business than I did with my existing business, which is TNT Systematics. Even though it's a nonprofit still can hold a credit card. But I had a better chance of getting a higher line of credit with a new business than I did with an existing business. Let that sink in for about 5-10 minutes. Hey, thank you for being here. I don't want to say is it Dibby? Dubby? I'm talking about enough to buy a property. Depends on how much the property costs. Told y'all my very first home I bought was under $10,000. And then my second property that I bought, it was under $15,000. Can pull the deed up right now and show everybody. Just depending on the name of the game and where you getting it from. That was a great buy. I know it was. That's why I had it for as long as I did. And it was a blessing. Marquez say, show it. Really? I'll show you. It's in my portfolio. I had to go pull it up the other day because somebody was like, when you buy your first house? And I was like, dang, I can't even remember when I bought my first house. I know I was in my 20s. I was like 24 years old, but I couldn't remember exactly. So when I pulled it up, I was able to answer that question for them. And they was like, how did you know to buy a house that young? I was like, I was in a room. I was in the right room. like 100K. So, Jamaica, I know you had bought one of my books, but I can't remember which book you bought. Let me see if I can add a quick note without selling all my goods for free. One thing about business credit, you either gonna have a credit or you gonna have the cash. So if you have both, that's what's gonna increase it. Just like personal credit. Personal credit wants good credit and cash. That's why they ask for income. My first two flips were cash, and then I got a loan to finance the rehab. Kiki, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. That's why I did my loan with Citi, because Citibank had gave me my money, which was like an equity line of credit, but they didn't call it an equity line of credit. They called it something else. I bought two books, and it was the first two, I believe. The first two. Was it the business book? I want to say you bought the business book. Inbox me, call me, text me. But I think you did buy the. If you bought the business book, then I'm definitely can elaborate into greater details on what I'm saying. Ex- exactly. That's what I'm here for. Like seriously, like in this year, I want everybody to win, including myself. Like y'all, I'm sitting up here hearing myself. That's why I'm trying to like. I still got my earpiece in my ear, and I'm hearing myself at the exact same time. But I have no doubt that you can get that 100K with, especially like you said, that 700 credit score. But if you have done set up right now and you have those accounts that I'm talking about set up, cause see a lot of this stuff it's gonna take the longer it's seasoned, the better. And then the one thing about applying for a business credit card like Divvy, you know they have room to increase because they go all the way up to 5 million. So you can always send information in to increase your line of credit. Basically showing them your book of business or showing them assets, because they do valuations on assets. So if you have an account that has money in it and they know that the money is, your money, they'll probably increase it just on a wham of that. Like they have so many things in place because they want to help business owners. Like for real. Hold on. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. Wells Fargo finance both. Wells Fargo did your rehab loan as far as your refinancing. Wells Fargo is a really good company. No cap. I used to want to work for them back in the day. They do really good work with larger, I guess you would say portfolios, but as far as just like working at their bank and being on a level just in the bank as a FSR and a teller, and they don't really get much respect. But when you start going in that back office working in lending and dealing with those high interest rate credit cards and stuff, they definitely the people to go to. Hands down, I like Wells Fargo. I even like Bank of America credit cards, but I don't like their bank. I don't like the way how they tell people, oh, your account is closed, and then next thing you know, your account's not closed, and then you're trying to apply for something, and they're like, oh, you owe because your account fell below a certain balance. Like, where they do that at? I had a lot of friends that got hit with that stigma. I don't know if y'all had any experience with that, but they definitely had that going on for a while. That was with Bank of America. But their credit cards, hand down, they have some really good benefits. Like I said, it's a game. It's Monopoly. You got to see what works for you in that journey and in the era that you in today for it to work and apply with what you got going on. And then once you do that, then you keep these goals and you just keep growing. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next tier, which is like tier 2 accounts where you can get like Amazon business credit card. Now, in this particular one that I always love to tell people what to do on this one, basically when you're going into this tier 2, I think it's very, very beneficial, especially if you, in this era, definitely have some type of account with either Dell or Apple to back you up to show that you have a strong digital. So when that's on your DUNS account, showing that you have, you do digital work and you're working with Apple as far as financing, that is a very big, 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 big thing. Credit Strong also is a company that I have not personally used, but I had a client to use them. They were successfully able to get the $10,000 business loan. The interest rate was reasonable. USSA did me like that for $36. Baby. Bank of America was hitting everybody up though. And it was higher than $36. Messing them up with check system. I got an Amazon business credit card and couldn't use it. And I haven't used it. Kiki, you need to go get some gas. You need to go get some gas because see, this is the thing about business. Business is not like our personal accounts. It's not like Equifax, Experian. It's not like them. They need to see history to be able to determine that score to increase. And that's the reason why I'm saying, get these tier 1, tier 2, because, like when in these tier 1s, you can be, you can go to Office Max and get a line of credit with them. Now, there's some expensive tissue, but at least it's something that you can use. And that's why I love Divvy, because I was just telling Tay on a conversation that we had, I use Divvy to buy groceries. I'm going to spend the cash money anyway. And then instead of letting the money come out of my business account as far as making a payment, I force a payment from my credit union account. Because all you wanted to do is to have the history that you use the card and that the card is being paid on time. That is the big issue with business credit. You want them to see that it's moving in a direction to be able to get you to higher financing. And another good card that I highly recommend everyone to get for a business is a Sam's card, a Sam's MasterCard. Like, honestly, Sam's, you're going to go there anyway, right? If you go to Sam's right now, you're going to go to Sam's anyway. You're going to go, okay, I'm going to fill up tomorrow. Do it. Do it. Because guess what? You can write that off. You can write that gas off for your business. And that's another thing I was telling Tay about the Divvy card. Until you get to where you really need to be, you can use your card for business. I'm a coach. I'm a personal business coach. I talk about fitness. I bought my meal prep with my Divvy card when I went to the store and made my groceries. The business of it is I'm sharing my meal prep. I'm sharing my recipes. I'm sharing this. That's business for me. All you need is the invoice. The invoice don't say what all you bought. The invoice just says what store you went to and how much you spent. When you get ready to get into your CPA, they're not going to go, you went to Kroger's? Kroger's probably has some pencils. 50 cents. Who cares? That's the thing that that's the thing that I be trying to share with people in the beginning. You got to build. A lot of these business, because they had investors, because they had sponsors, partnerships, that's what allowed them to go to the banks and ask for $100, $200, $300,000 with a business plan, because they had a business plan in place, and then they had investors that was backing them up. They had blueprints of what was coming in and what was selling. But until then, if they were starting on our level, and this is why I share, I have not, since knowing this information, I have not started a business using my own personal money. There's just no reason to start a business in today's time with your own personal money when they have systems in place to do this. That's why I want to be the brand. Oh, they just moved. Then everything is business. Exactly. Everything is business. Me moving. Y'all see that? That's my Rolflex card. All right. Let me find a sheet of paper. Or what I love about this, Visa. Not only is it a gas card, I can get groceries, I can get supplies, I can go to a home, I can go to a hardware store, I can go to Firestone, I can use this card anywhere. As soon as you get the card and you go online, you open it up to where you can use it to. They got wholesale on there. They have autos places on there. You don't even have to go as far as saying what store. You just pick the category, the introductory field of where you're trying to do. And once you open it up, if I wanted to, I could put I could deposit every month $1,000 onto this card and use it for anything, and it's reporting to DUNS showing that I am using a card. The only thing, like I said, the only difference is at the end of the month, I don't have to pay anybody, or a certain time of the month, I don't have to pay anybody, because by me putting my own money on the card, it's actively showing that it was relatively available to use. But these are just beginner cards. After I get my business credit on point, I'll almost never use my personal credit again. Jamaica, that is the main goal for me. And I'm glad to know that that's your main goal too, because honestly, once you have everything and you put your houses into a trust, your trust is a business. So therefore, it's not even yours anymore. It's your business. It's your trust. It's your family's. Okay? That's number one. Then you buy a car with your business. It ain't yours. You personally ain't responsible. It's your business. Your property that you're talking about buying, it's not yours. It's your business. Anything happen, they got to go through your business. That's why you got to have insurance on your business. So if anything was to happen, you're not liable. Your insurance will take any of the hit. My dad told me to put everything in my business name and in a trust, so that's what I'm working on. Exactly. And I've been sharing the trust. I think I shared about putting everything in a trust, I know, for like the last 8 months. I know I've done that. Like on here, on this platform. I'm trying to get everybody I know that has a home or getting ready to purchase a home to put their house into a trust. It's just generational wealth. I'm just going to put it like that. Sounds like my daddy. Well, y'all got some great daddies because guess what? My daddy didn't teach me. I learned this, like they say, I learned this getting it out the mud. I actually learned this working in the mortgage field. I've had clients, customers, um, friends that purchase homes. And when we were getting ready to, ask them how we're going to put on title, how are you holding your title? And they're like, oh, Tracy, can my attorney call you? Because I'm putting it in the trust. And I'm like, okay. Boing, boing, boing. As soon as that ran off in my head and we put that first house in the trust, I was like, what's a trust? First, looked it up. Secondly, had a conversation. When the attorney called me, boom, he gave me more information. And I said, you know what? That is, a awesome thing. Then that's when he also told me, he said, Tracy, because at the time I did not have a lien. I didn't have a mortgage. Okay, so I didn't have a mortgage. I was in the process of purchasing a townhouse, but due to other circumstances, I didn't purchase that townhouse. Long story short, he told me, go get a life insurance policy for the same amount that your mortgage gonna be. He said that way, something happens to you, the trust will automatically take that money and pay off your mortgage, and your kids will have somewhere to stay. If your business fails, you won't affect your personal. Exactly. But if you fail that credit score, you mess that credit score with your personal, everything fails. You got to start all over again. And we already started. A lot of us, and I'm gonna say for myself, I started over, and that's probably like my third time starting over with my credit. Yes, it is. There it is, right there. Lariah, you just finding a reason to come in here. So financially, I'm like, I'm at a point in my life where everything has to go into a business so it won't fall on me. Everything. All right, Lariah, here you go. My dad made major financial mistakes. He's been able to tell me what not to do more than what to do. Exactly. And that's why I'm able to share my story, because a lot of it were mistakes that I personally made, that I'm sitting here on this platform, wrote those books to share, because these are things that I have experienced in my 38 years of life. And I'm like, if I experienced it and didn't have anybody to tell me, then that's something that I could share as far as my legacy, as far as me writing my books and sharing. Because these are things that I have done. Like, I could tell somebody how to purchase their first house with no money down. Like, the bare minimum, just your earnest money. Because it's a way to do it. There are ways to do it. And it's just like, really have to be careful on this platform. But there are some things that you can do where you can purchase 2 homes at one time. And it don't have to be an investment. It can be a primary and a secondary home. And a lot of people don't even know about it. Because a lot of people ain't buying secondary homes. They buying a primary and investment. They're smart over making you stronger, though. Exactly. And that's why my son has an over 700 credit score right now, because the importance of what I went through, I didn't want him to have that. I wanted him to be able to leave college, go into buying a home, and being able to buy a home with having a credit score. I met too many adults between the ages of 24 to 27 and they don't even have a credit score. Half of them don't even know what a credit score is, how it works. All they know is my mama and daddy told me not to get no credit, so I didn't. And then 9 times out of 10, they have a credit score because they have medical bills or student loans, which are two things that's hurting their credit score. Student loans, deferment, so it's at a freeze. And then medical, because it's reporting every month, bringing their credit score down. So whatever little score they did have, every month that it's not paid, it goes down. They have nothing to help it go up. Didn't even know they could have something for it to go up. But that's why I'm here today. That's why I am, working on this every Tuesday, every Thursday to share my story, to be able to help young adults and teenagers to build a foundation or help them deter where to start to build a foundation. Yep. So I think that was at the end of the slide. Actually, Jamaica, I had wrote this on here when I did this last Thursday. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Let me see if I can just make it bigger on this side. So I think you getting it up to 700 is great, but per just this little research, it said if your personal score is stronger than 750, this is a good time for you to just move to the tier banks, which would be the 3 banks that I had disclosed as far as credit cards, and that's at a 750. But again, a lot of those companies, by trial and error, it could be less than a 750. I just highly recommend higher. Like, I like to engage a little over, because a lot of times they're looking at your overall credit report and not just your credit score, depending on the company. So then that's when I disclosed this as far as like Navy Federal Credit Union, because I personally done business with them. I actually told the young lady I probably will come back and apply for a business credit card after a few months. Kiki, pretty much all the banks that we just talked about earlier, Wells Fargo, Navy Federal Credit Union, Bank of America, PNC Bank, US Bank, and American Express. These are all business credit cards. So definitely at a 750 credit score, run with it. Just go ahead and use your personal guarantee. Go ahead and use your social. Because at that point, you should be in the clear for a lot of things. Yes, I love PNC too. I think I actually had what account did I have with PNC? It wasn't a credit card. Maybe it was an installment loan or something that I had with them. Man, they customer service, they had real people, okay? I did not have to talk to no automated nothing. Now, I don't know what they got today, but I know back in the day, people all day, every day. I remember one time I called on a Sunday and got somebody. I was like, okay, I feel privileged. And then, like I told you, Wells Fargo, like I always put them on my list. That's definitely for a credit card. A credit card, hands down, I'm gonna do business with Wells Fargo. I'm gonna do business with Bank of America, but I just do not recommend they checking accounts and savings accounts. I just don't. I never will. I have a business account with them. You have a business account with PNC? Yeah, one is over 750. One isn't that far. And then one is being crazy. Well, I wonder why it's lingering. Have you, Jamaica, have you looked at your credit report? I just got a random increase on one card and I'm about to apply for another increase on another card. So I'll be 750 plus with all three soon. Okay. I was about to say, because like, now when you say lingering, me personally, I'm thinking like, anything greater than 4 months is just hanging out. And then like when something's like hanging out and the other credit report, the other credit accounts, bureaus are moving, it be like what is showing, something on there is showing that the rest of them are not showing. So that's why I was asking if you had a credit report or have you seen your credit report. My experience always the lowest. Really? I wonder what experiencing has on there that the rest of them don't. Because you do know some things don't report to all three credit bureaus. You have to remember, these people that we doing business with these accounts, they have to pay to send your information to the credit bureau. So depending on who they top person that they get discounts with, like sometimes they get special discounts with Equifax. So if they have a relationship with Equifax, they're going to automatically do business with them first. And then it trickled down, to Experian and TransUnion. TransUnion is my lowest and Experian is my highest. Right, that's why I was just like, TransUnion is like the dollar store of credit bureaus. That's why hardly no lenders use TransUnion when trying to make a decision on your, I guess you would say, on your business, if you can pay back your money. Like a car dealerships, they either gonna use Experian or Equifax. Mortgages, they're gonna use the middle score of the three. Because they know 9 times out of 10 TransUnion is the lowest, so they're gonna use the middle score of the three. But as far as like credit card companies and auto loan dealerships, stuff like that, they most of the time, they're either going to use Experian or Equifax. TransUnion is my highest. Wow. So I wonder, now when I see stuff like that, the first thing that I go to is I go look at every account on your credit report and see who's reporting to who. And that's what I like to highlight. Like I highlight, if they do all three, I do a yellow highlight. If they do one, I do a green highlight. If they do two, then I do like a pink highlight. Because I have to show people like this is why. And then sometimes like installment loans, like they'll be paying an installment loan, but they'll only be going to one bureau and your credit score goes up because it's showing that you're paying your bills on time. Well, the other ones, if you're not using the credit cards and that installment loan is not reporting to them, it's going to stay where it's at. Like my lower score moves, it just be lagging behind. And that happens. But y'all don't have to show me y'all credit report, but man, my lending days, like I said, 15 years in the game, I love looking at stuff like that. And I love working with my loan officers because we, like, literally, you're always learning something as far as, not right now, don't make these changes while we're doing your loan, but once we close on your loan, you might need to get rid of this because it's hurting you versus helping you. Then once they, do it, they call back months later and they're like, my credit score went up 54 points. And I'm like, yeah, of course. 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try your papers and
go ahead and get the medicine out the refrigerator. I'm coming. Dr. Lariah then came in here and summoned me so I can give my grandfather his medicine, you guys. So I'm going to have to end my live. I appreciate y'all with all of the comments and feedback. And if y'all have any questions, also know that you can go to my main page, go to my website, book a 15-minute consultation, and we can definitely, get you started on your journey or come up with a plan for your journey. That is what I'm here for. I really appreciate you guys so much. Yes, Jamaica, she is definitely on it. She telling you, I think this girl done been here before. You got his medicine? Okay, thank you. I'm coming. Look, my grandpa said whenever she ready, talking about me. And then Lariah just told him, no, when you're ready. So yeah, I'm about to. Papa ready? So yeah. I'm about to go. Y'all have a good night. And I appreciate y'all. I see y'all on See y'all on Thursday at 9 o'clock. Lariah. Bring it back from your forehead. There you go. Say good night.
Good night.
Kiki say good night, princess. Tay say good night, and Jamaica say good night, everyone.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all later. See y'all Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Introducing Tracy Live Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.